Welcome to Dr. Eric T. Motivation Corner Stop. Before you shut down, before you say, I'm done, before you convince yourself you're not good enough, listen carefully. You're closer than you think, but you're tired. Not tired from effort, tired from doubt, tired from slow results, tired of trying and not seeing proof. And that's the exact moment most people quit. Right before progress shows up. You don't quit because you're incapable. You quit because you expected it to be faster. You expected applause. You expected support. You expected momentum to feel exciting forever. But growth gets boring. Growth gets lonely. Growth gets repetitive. And that's where weak commitment dies. Micro story. You start going to gym. Week 1, motivated. Week 2, sore but focused. Week 3, scale barely moves. Now your brain whispers, maybe this isn't working. So you slow down. Then you stop 0.3 weeks of effort erased. Not because it didn't work, because you didn't stay long enough. You don't lack potential. You lack patience with yourself. You don't lack talent. You lack endurance. You don't lack dreams. You lack consistency under pressure. That's it. Calm down for a second. Take a breath that you've survived everything up to this point. Every setback, every rejection, every embarrassing moment, every failure that you're still here, that's proof you are stronger than you. Think, but you keep forgetting that. You talk to yourself differently than you talk to others. If your friend failed, you'd say, keep going. You've got this. It takes time, but when you fail, I'm not cut out for this. I always mess up. Maybe I should stop. That's self-betrayal, and it's subtle. Never give up on yourself. Not because it sounds good, but because quitting on yourself damages something deeper than goals that IT damages identity. When you quit repeatedly, you stop trusting yourself. And when you stop trusting yourself, confidence collapses. Micro story. You told yourself you'd wake up early. You didn't. You said you'd finish that project. You didn't. You said this time would be different, that IT wasn't. Now you doubt your own words. Not because you're weak, but because you trained yourself not to follow through. So what do? You rebuild self-trust point one kept promise at a time. Listen carefully. You're not behind. You are in process, and process feels slow. That IT feels invisible. That IT feels frustrating, but it's working beneath the surface. Just because you don't see the result yet doesn't mean it's not forming. Let's turn up the intensity. You think successful people never doubted themselves? They did. They just didn't quit during the doubt. You think they never felt embarrassed? They did. They just didn't stop because of it. You think they always believed in themselves? No, they acted even when belief was low. That's the difference. You're waiting to feel confident before you continue. Confidence comes after you continue, not before that it's earned. Through repetition, through resilience, through refusing to stop when it's inconvenient. Micro story. You post something online, IT gets low engagement. Your brain says, this isn't for you. So you delete it, you retreat, you disappear. But what if that was rep 1? What if the first 20 attempts are supposed to be quiet? You never find out because you leave too soon. Never give up on yourself, because the world will test you. People will doubt you. Situations will pressure you. That if you also doubt yourself, you stand no chance. You need to be your own backup, your own support system, your own reinforcement. Calm moment. Think about younger you, the version with big dreams, energy, belief. Would that version be proud of you quitting or disappointed? Don't abandon that kid. They believed in something bigger. Don't let comfort erase it. You don't need to be perfect. You need to persist. You don't need to feel powerful. You need to stay consistent. You don't need immediate results. You need long-term commitment. Right now, you're measuring success too early. Plant the seed. Water it daily. Then dig it up after a week asking, why isn't it growing? That's what you're doing with your goals. Growth takes time, but quitting kills it instantly. Let me ask you something serious. What would happen if you actually didn't quit this time? If you stayed disciplined for 6 months, 1 year, no dramatic restarts and emotional breakdowns, just quiet, steady effort, your life would shift massively. But you've never allowed yourself that consistency. Never give up on yourself. Because no one else will fight for your dream like you can die. And one else feels your regret. And one else feels your frustration. And one else sees your potential like you do in private moments. If you quit, it's over. If you stay, it's possible. You're not weak for struggling, that you're weak if you surrender to it. Struggle is part of growth. Confusion is part of learning. Embarrassment is part of improvement. Pressure is part of expansion. That's normal. Quitting is optional. Micro story. You failed an exam. Instead of studying harder, you say, I'm just bad at this. That label sticks. Now you avoid it. Now you never improve. Failure wasn't a problem. Identity was. You are not your last mistake. You are not your slow progress. You're not your low moment. You're a person in development, and development is uncomfortable. This is your reminder. The pain of growth is temporary. The pain of regret lasts years. Choose wisely. Why you lose belief and how to rebuild. Welcome back to Dr. Eric T. Motivation Corner. Now we go deeper till you've made it past the first slap in the face. You've realized you quit too soon. You doubt yourself too easily. You're impatient. Good. That awareness is powerful, but awareness alone does nothing. You have to act. This portion is brutal. It's raw. It's the part most people skip. But not you. Not today. That the real reason you lose belief. Let's stop blaming circumstances. You don't lose belief because the world is against you. You lose belief because you trained yourself to doubt. You trained yourself to measure progress too quickly. You trained yourself to compare your beginning to someone else's middle. You trained yourself to define success as instant proof, immediate results, applause, validation. None of that exists in real life. Micro story. Remember that time you started a project? Day 1, energy high, plan solid. Day 7, excitement fades. Results aren't visible. Your mind says, this isn't working. Day 14, you quit. The project wasn't failing. Your consistency was failing. Your self-trust was failing. You don't fail at goals. You fail at discipline. You fail at persistence. Here's the brutal truth. Most of your self-doubt comes from internal sabotage. You tell yourself, I'm not ready. I don't have enough time. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. Those are all lies. They're convenient excuses to stay comfortable. The danger of emphasizing you scroll. You watch other people succeed. You compare. You doubt. Stop. Their journey is theirs. Your journey is yours. Micro story. Your friend launched a business. It's thriving. You feel envious. You scroll their posts. You check likes. You measure yourself. You forget one thing. You haven't done what they did. You compare outcomes without putting in the effort. That's a recipe for quitting. That's a self-doubt amplifier to how to rebuild self-belief. Step 1. Stop depending on feelings. You think you need confidence to act. Wrong. Confidence comes after action, not before. Stand up when you don't feel like it. Work when you're discouraged. Train when your body wants to rest. Act when your mind wants to quit. Action fuels belief. Step 2. Repetition builds trust. Small wins stack into momentum. Momentum stacks into identity. Identity builds belief. Micro story. You said you'd wake up early. You did it for 1 day, then 2, then 5. Now it's routine. Now you trust yourself. Now you feel capable. Every promise you keep to yourself is a brick in your self-belief foundation. Step 3. Control your environment. You can't rebuild belief in chaos. Delete distractions. Silence notifications. Distance from negative people. Surround yourself with reinforcement, not enablers. Your environment either strengthens your identity or destroys it. Right now, it's probably destroying it. Step 4. Fail intentionally. Most people fear failure. They quit before they learn. You need to embrace failure. Fail, learn, repeat. Micro story. You launched a project. It flopped. You felt humiliated. You wanted to quit. Instead, you analyze. You adjust. You try again. That's how confidence grows. That's how belief becomes unshakable. The power of emphasis. You don't need motivation. You need consistency. Consistency overcomes doubt. Consistency overcomes fear. Consistency overcomes failure. You want belief? Show up daily. No excuses. No negociation. Just execution. Micro story. Think of an athlete training for years. Day in, day out. Rain or shine. Injured or tired. The belief in their ability isn't instant. It's earned over thousands of repetitions. You are no different. Silence your inner self-to stop listening to the voice that says, you're not good enough. You can't do this. Maybe you should quit. That voice is a liar. It's trained by your past failures and your comfort zone. Instead, replace it with, I will finish what I start. I am capable of more than I realize. I refuse to quit. Say it every morning, every night. Repeat until it becomes truth. Micro stories to yo. Remind you, the student failing math who studied 30 minutes every day. After 3 months, top of the class. Consistency beat talent. The athlete rejected 10 times by teams. Kept training. Made the starting lineup. Persistence beat initial doubt. The young entrepreneur whose first 5 projects failed. Kept going. The 6th project launched a successful business. Belief earned, not given. Every example is the same formula. Keep going when your mind tells you to quit. The mindset FT stop seeing setbacks as proof you can't succeed. Start seeing setbacks as training your resilience. Every obstacle is an opportunity to prove yourself. Every failure is data. Every rejection is preparation. The truth about your potential you are capable of far more than you allow. Right now, you are limiting yourself. Quietly, slowly, consistently. Micro story. You wanted to start learning a skill. You procrastinated. You made excuses. Another year passes. Skills that could have been yours remain unbuilt. That's not lack of talent. That's lack of persistence. The strategies rebuild plenty of micro commitments. Start small. Complete daily promises. Build self-trust. Daily reflection. Ask yourself, did I act in alignment with my potential today? Document progress. Journaling shows growth you can't feel in real time. Surround with winners. Energy is contagious. Adopt their habits. Celebrate perseverance, not perfection. Success is built one consistent step at a time. The hard-to-engage belief doesn't come from others. Belief comes from you showing up when nobody cares, that you're wasting potential if you wait for validation, that you're wasting energy if you quit before testing limits, that you're wasting your life if you refuse to act consistently. Calm for a second, breathe, look in the mirror, see that person who's frustrated, impatient, tired of trying. That's your most important ally. Not your friends, not your family, not your mentors, that's you. And you owe yourself the commitment to never give up. Micro story. An artist failed countless times. Rejected by galleries. Criticized online. Every day she practiced. Every day she believed. Today, her work sells worldwide. Her success was built by refusing to quit on herself. You can do the same. Commit or continue quitting. Your CHOIC, welcome to Dr. Eric T. Motivation Corner Stop. Listen, focus. Right now, somewhere deep inside, a voice whispers, I'm tired. Maybe I can't do this. Maybe it's too hard. That voice is lying that it's not tiredness. It's hesitation, not weakness. It's impatience, not failure. It's the last moment before breakthrough. And this is where most people quit. Right here, right now, you are standing at the line between what you've been settling for and what you could become. And I promise you, if you give in, nothing changes. Your frustration, your regret, your self-doubt, all of it compounds. Step one. Stop negotiating with OSLF. Most people fail before they start. They negotiate with their potential. I'll try later. Tomorrow I'll do better. Maybe this isn't for me. Every excuse is a brick in a wall you build around yourself. That wall looks safe, but it's a cage. Break it. Micro story. You said you'd start running. 1 day off, 2 days off, a week off. 1 month later, you wonder why your body feels weak. It's because you chose comfort over commitment. Every missed session added weight, not physical but mental. Self-trust erodes silently. Here's the rule. Decide once, execute daily. No negociation. No debate. The alarm rings. Get up. You train. Get stronger. You work. Make progress. You read. Expand your mind. You don't discuss it in your head. You act. Because every debate in your mind is a chance to quit. Stop giving that chance. Step 2. Embrace pain. And SM4 to you. Think quitting is about being weak. No. It's about avoiding discomfort. Hard work is uncomfortable. Learning is uncomfortable. Growth is uncomfortable. But comfort is lethal. Comfort is a slow death. It's the reason your potential is stuck in neutral. Micro story. You have a project due in 1 week. You wait for inspiration. You wait for energy. You wait for the perfect moment. The moment never comes. You miss deadlines. You feel regret. You blame circumstances. You avoid responsibility. Here's the truth. The discomfort is supposed to be there. It's your signal that you're leveling up. Quit and you stay small. Push through and you grow. Step 3. Rebuild self-to-CV. Been lying to yourself for too long. You tell yourself, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll start Monday. I'll try again next week. Each lie chips away at your self-belief. Self-trust is everything. No one will push you like you can push yourself. You want belief? Earn it. Keep promises to yourself. Every day. Micro story. You commit to studying 1 hour daily. 1 day passes. You did it. Day 2, you did it. Day 7, you did it. Self-trust grows. You start believing in your capacity. Your mind stops sabotaging you. That's how unshakable belief is built. One consistent action at a time. Step 4. Turn failure into FUEL. Stop seeing failure as proof you're incapable. See it as data. Micro story. Thomas Edison failed 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Each failure was progress. Every no taught him what didn't work. You fail once, you quit, you learn nothing. You fail 1,000 times, you win, you learn everything. Every rejection, every loss, every mistake is your chance to improve. Quit now, and you waste that opportunity. Step 5. Master momentum. Action creates belief. Belief creates momentum. Momentum creates unstoppable energy. Right now, you are stuck. You feel slow. You feel uncertain. You feel like quitting. Micro story. Think about someone learning guitar. First day, terrible. First week, struggling. First month, still messy. But they don't quit. After 3 months, chords sound clean. After 6 months, songs play. They don't wait to feel ready. They act, they persist, and momentum carries them forward. That you're capable of the same. Stop waiting to feel ready. Start moving now. Momentum doesn't wait for motivation. It doesn't wait for comfort. It waits for action. Step 6. Create non-negotiable. HAB is quitting happens because your standard are negotiable. Non-negotiables are your backbone. They eliminate debate. They remove choice. They enforce action. Examples. Wake up at 5 a.m. No excuses. Work on your craft 1 hour daily. No skipping exercise. 1 hour minimum. No negotiation. Read or study. Expand your mind daily. Track your progress. Journal. Review. Adjust. These non-negotiables make quitting impossible. They condition your mind to trust itself. They make growth automatic. Step 7. Control your into your environment is a silent controller of your habits. Phones buzzing, apps distracting, delete them. Friends who doubt you, distance yourself. Chaos at home, create order. Negative media, avoid it. Your environment either strengthens or destroys your self-belief. Right now, it's probably destroying it. Rebuild it. Structure it. Protect yourself. Micro story. A student surrounded by supportive, disciplined peers studies harder. Another student surrounded by distractions fails. The difference? Environment, influence, energy. Protect your space. Protect your focus. Step 8. Commit to long-term discipline. Quitting is easy in the short term. Staying consistent is hard. Long-term discipline builds unshakable belief. Short-term comfort builds regret. Micro story. An entrepreneur launches 5 businesses. First 4 fail. Most quit. The 5th one succeeds. Why? Persistence. Discipline. Commitment to the long-term vision. Your consistency compounds over time. Stop measuring success daily. Start measuring effort. Start measuring persistence. Effort plus time equals unstoppable momentum. Step 9. Silence your inner voice inside your head that says, you can't, you shouldn't, you're not ready. Silence it. Replace it with, I refuse to quit. I am capable. I will persist no matter what. Micro story. A young writer posts online. Low engagement. Self-doubt kicks in. Inner critic says, stop, you're not good enough. She ignores it. She writes daily. 6 months later, a book deal. She didn't wait to feel perfect. She acted despite fear. That's how inner critics are defeated.